Night. Guys came to play tonight, played hard, played a really good football team. That Ram football team is outstanding. They are well coached. They play hard. They got really good football players. I was excited that our guys went out and matched their intensity today and, played a physical football game and won that game.
Yeah, Coach, how big was this win for this team?
I think all the wins are big. Obviously, you want to go out and win as many football games as you can. I think this was a bigger magnitude because of the team that we were playing against and the things that they're capable of doing and the things that people think they can do moving forward into these playoffs because of how talented they are, how well coached they are, the experience that they have, the things that they've done. They know what it's like to win. They know how to win tight games. They know how to win big games. I got a lot of respect for, obviously that organization and a lot of the things that we're doing and that we've done is modeling a lot of things that they've done and some of it with all people's all walks of life. So I got a lot of respect for those guys.
Could you discuss the play of Bijan Robinson today?
I said this 18 weeks ago. He's the best player in football. It's just as simple as that. He's unbelievable. Everything he does, for our football team, from running the football to catching the football to protecting, to being a leader. He's also our chaplain. He does it all. He's unbelievable.
And could you discuss the play of your safeties, Jesse Bates III and Xavier Watts?
Two game ball winners today. Obviously, Jesse, he's been that way since he's been in the league, touch the football, score points, make big-time plays. He did it today. And his young counterpart, Xavier Watt, has continued to show up throughout the course of the year and just get better and better and play at a very high level. What's up, Trav?
Was that as multiple a role as Caden Ellis has played all season? It looked like you moved him, you put Ronnie in there and let Caden move a lot of places.
He's been doing that all year. We kind of move him around a bunch. He can play it on the line of scrimmage. He plays off the ball. When we play those guys together, you can line up, pretty much wherever we go, wherever we dictate terms, based on whether it be formation, based on whether it be, call from brick, based on whatever the situations are, how we want to do. That's just something that he's able to do because his versatility. So I wouldn't say it was the most all year. I'd just say that's what he's kind of done all year.
In terms of the defensive game plan and the defensive play calling, where does this game rank, you think?
It's hard to put rankings on him, but it's a win. I think the defensive staff did a great job, again, limiting a great football player. That's the second week in a row. We come out this week and be able to play that way versus Puka. I got so much respect for Puka and what he's able to do, how he can catch the football anywhere, how he's dangerous at all levels. His running catch is phenomenal to watch AJ and all those guys go out there and really hold up in a big way and really do a nice job of limiting his production. I thought was great.
Coach, I had to triple check to make sure the Rams hadn't been scoreless in the first half of a game all season this year. So just talk more about that complete defensive effort in the first half.
We got some turnovers, obviously early. Those guys made those kind of plays. We were able to run the football with our guys and really be efficient, really be able to go out there and control the game and kind of play a little keep away. I thought we did a nice job of doing it as a team. That was a great team win. That was a great team effort, being able to hold those guys scoreless. But like I said at halftime, I knew they were going to come. That's who they are, and that's what they do.
Raheem, since being mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, your team is 3-0. What about this team, both the players and the coaching staff, has allowed that to happen?
I don't think, we think like that. I think these guys are fighters. I think these guys love football. I think the world of this football team, I think these guys are built for this. I think I told you earlier, I know we joke about it a lot, but I tell you we have to find ways to win, and they just found ways to win, and they're doing that now. And when you're talking about finding ways to win, you're talking about people making plays, you're talking about people doing exceptional jobs at a very high level, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a combination of a bunch of different things, really good coaching, really sound decisions, really good football play on the field, and we're seeing a lot of really good things across the board, from everybody, from all the support that we have here, from all across the board. It's just it's been great. Like you're at the building every single day, and it's just not a "oh, what was me" mentality. It's a who's next, and I love the mentality.
Anybody else?
I love it. You guys only like when we lose when I ask questions. I'll see you guys later.
Oh.
And then, on the sideline warning,
We got excited, and the coach got a penalty. They ran it to us, so we lost 15 yards on that, and we can't do that. We got to stay back behind the line. You can't get excited when we get interceptions. You got to act like we've been there before, and that was a penalty on us.
Zane Gonzalez, you look like once you got into about the 50-yard range there at the end, you were comfortable with that. Does that speak to your confidence in what you have at kicker now?
Definitely has confidence in him, and definitely keeping the ball away from Weapon X was a part of that. Trying to drain as much clock as we can there, possibly, so you don't give him more opportunities to go down there and try to complete some of those trunk plays. We've been a part of that before here a couple years ago, watching him do it when he was at Detroit. I've been with him. I know what he's capable of, and we didn't want to give him any more opportunities. So getting Zane into his range, allowing us to get the clock, burn some of the timeouts that we were able to burn from those guys. Really a great decision across the board from the coaching staff, from everything that we got going on up there with our people. Behind the scenes, all the work that we put into it before, knowing exactly how much time was going to happen, how many plays you had to make, being able to get out there in situations, be able to use our timeouts to help our defense, put ourselves in a great position to be able to make those plays, and I thought it was really well executed.
Do you have a Brandon Dorless update?
I don't. It didn't look great. I feel for the young man. You're talking about a guy that's been the most sacks from an interior player that we've had here, and I hope he's going to get healthy very soon.
AJ made a great play there on Puka on the sideline. What was your vantage
plays?
What was your vantage point of that? What did you think of that play?
The first, you're just amazed at Puka's ball skills, being able to grab that thing with one, but AJ continued to fight that thing all the way to the ground, got it out the last minute. And then the last play, we know who Puka is. He's a contestant catcher, killer. And to watch AJ go up there and not panic and be able to play the football at the highest point so we can have incomplete passes right there is absolutely outstanding. That is who AJ is, man. AJ's a fighter, right? In this game, gunshotters get hit, and AJ just keep fighting every single week versus some of the best receivers in the National Football League.
Coach, another close game. What was the point or the difficulty to score points in the second half? Was it the adjustments by the Rams or?
They made plays like we knew they would. They got a ferocious pass rush. They were able to limit you on some of those things. They were able to stop some of our explosive plays. We were able to remain efficient to keep running the clock and the under time. But when you're trying to score on the Rams, you got to hit explosives. In the second half, we were not able to hit as many explosives as we were in the first half. Obviously coming out with the 93-yard run, that was a big-time explosive. We got a couple of explosives from other places to score some other points. We scored on defense. They did a nice job like we knew they would do. They're a really good defense. They play that way at all times, and they do a nice job. And then we did a nice job of eating clock and winning the football game. Would it be abrupt right there?
Always gratifying to win. Great to do it in front of our fans. I thought they provided a great, home atmosphere tonight. Fun to win on Monday Night Football. It's just great to see our team as a whole team win. I thought our defense really made a major difference tonight. Special teams came up with some big plays, so really felt like we all kind of leaned on one another, and feels good to be walking out of here with a victory against a good football team. Take any questions you have. She beat you to it, Led. Uh-oh.
That's okay.
Kirk,
Okay.
can you evaluate your own performance just through the games that you've appeared in so far? And then also, Bijan, can you just describe the impact that he had tonight? Obviously, pretty big.
Yeah, he's a special player. 2,200 yards from scrimmage this year is outstanding. I think I said this before, but Dalvin Cook had almost 2,000 one year, and I didn't know that I'd ever get to see that again. And so, what he can do in both the run game and pass game is very unique. He's a great teammate. He's a great person. Bodes well for his future. And I think the key is we got to use him correctly and not overwork him, because I think tonight we asked a lot of him, and I want to make sure that he's fresh, for what he's got ahead of him. But if you call his number, he's going to answer. He's not going to, complain or tell you he's tired. So great player, and he showed it again tonight. And then as far as my performance, it's really not for me to say. I think you just go out and play the best you can, try to enjoy it, try to lead, try to, be a part of the group, and do the best you can and let the chips fall where they may.
Okay. Kirk, could you discuss that first drive where you all exchanged the punts, but then y'all put together 11 plays, converted on 3 third downs to get something started?
Yeah, I think, did we go 3 and out to start, and
Yeah.
then they went out 3 and out or close to that, and then punted us, and then we had a good drive. Yeah, it was big third down conversions. It was mix of run and pass, big third and goal to Bijan. Just kind of a complement of people and plays, and it was fun to kind of use a variety of ways to attack their defense on that drive.
And for the day, were they taking the receivers away, or the rush was in your face, or what was happening?
I
Didn't have
think it was a
time to
little
get
bit
to
of
'em, or-
everything. I think we leaned on the run game a little more. It's not like we had 50 pass attempts, so that gives you less opportunities. I think if you don't convert a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, you miss out on another op to maybe get them some touches. I don't know that we had really enough snaps and enough pass attempts to really get going. Would have loved to have gotten going more with those guys. And it was just probably a combination of things. The rush was at times getting in there, but just didn't connect enough on a few.
I'm sorry, that last drive set the field goal. You running, they know you're running.
Yeah.
You talked about how big that was for the line and creating enough
Yeah.
space to get down there.
Yeah, I mean, those were hard yards, and we were still kind of on the edge of field goal range where it wasn't an easy make, but felt like running the clock down was really important to not give them a chance to really go down and get points. Zane came up big, but Tyler and Bijan both ran hard. The group, not just the O-line, but the tight ends and receivers blocked really hard on those plays to clear it open. I thought the third and 1.5, 2 yard pitch play to Bijan was a big one to kind of get us in field goal range and get a new set of downs. That was a key play.
Kirk, you stood at that podium and said something about after it was clear you were going to be the quarterback for this team going forward at the end of the year here, that the team had to be maniacal in kind of improving and getting back to the details of things. Can you talk a little bit about just how that has happened and how the team has come together really in these last several weeks?
Well, I think it's week to week too. I mean, I think even in a win, I can point to all these things that we got to do better. We've had these games where, like, you go to Berlin and you feel like it's one play here and we can be winning that game, or against Carolina at home here, or even against Tampa here at home week 1. You have these games where you're like one play the other way and we come out victorious. Tonight you feel like it's one play against us and we don't. So that's pro football, and you have to find those inches, and that's where I say it's that maniacal approach starting in April when you show up in OTAs that you feel gives you your best chance to find those inches, but you never know if it will make the difference or not. But we live as pro athletes with a constant tension, knowing that. I mean, I drive to the stadium tonight and say that it may come down to one play. And so when you think about the 100 plays we have and all the checks and the reads and the decisions, you kind of drive to the stadium with this awareness of the tension that creates, and that it's a razor's edge margin. And so you prepare with that, and you try to kind of send that message to your teammates, because I think I've had maybe 5, maybe 6 seasons in my career that I've missed the playoffs by one game, and that game we missed by one play. So when you're missing the playoffs by one play after 1,200 snaps, it's a tough deal.
Kirk, back here. Hey, with everything that's happened this season and all the ups and downs, et cetera, what would a 4-game winning streak to close it and a sweep of the Saints kind of mean with all the things that have happened already?
Yeah, I think anytime you can win a football game in this league, it means a great deal. And, we'll enjoy this one. And then we've got a relatively short week to get back and try to finish strong. We've always said, you want to start fast, you want to finish strong. And we got a chance to at least finish strong next Sunday and at home in front of our fans. And, our preparation through the week needs to reflect that.
Just want to ask you, and now it's a little bit awkward because he's in the room, but I wanted to ask you about Bijan. Stats aside, the way that he does it, most yards after contact in a single game since ESPN started tracking that in 2009.
Yeah.
Do you catch yourself watching and mouth agape as he's doing these things?
Well, I have a front row seat, so I try to sell out my boot fake away that nobody's really buying, and then I get a front row seat to watch it. I also know the physicality. I mean, I don't know that TV or sitting in row 40 really does justice to the physical nature of what he's having to do as well, and the pounding that he takes, and there's a toughness there to just get back up, and also the exhaustion that it takes. And we asked a lot of him tonight, and he just kept answering, stayed in there, kept smiling, and it's a joy to have a back who can make people miss, make plays, and it'll make you right. If you feel the pocket closing in, you throw him the football, you say, hey, he'll make me right, and he's done that a lot over the last several weeks.
The pass catching as well, something that has improved this year, would you say? I mean,
I don't know so much as improved. I mean, when I got here day one, I watched him catch the football, and it was like, oh, he's a receiver as far as his hands. Late hands, tracks it really well, very natural. I just find myself a similar approach when I was with Dalvin Cook, was get the ball out of my hands and into his, and better things happen. So that's kind of my mindset, and we just gotta, like I said, I gotta manage his workload sometimes because it's a lot of touches and a lot to ask of him.
Kirk, you've been doing this for a long time. You've seen all the labels that quarterbacks can get. Why do you think that maybe the label game manager doesn't really have a negative connotation?
Oh, I don't know. I remember when I got to Michigan State, my quarterback coach said, Kirk, what's the most important thing to do as a quarterback? And I stammered with my answer. I probably said 7 things: leadership, accuracy, toughness. And he said, it's managing the game. And what he meant is running the show, the operation, getting in and out of the huddle, making the right checks, making the calls, giving your teammates a chance to be successful. And that's the phrase is manage the game, but it's a lot bigger than that. And so I learned as a freshman at Michigan State just how important that was. And that's the part of quarterbacking that I had to develop in at that time. And it's something you'll always have to do as long as you play the position. Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll let the real star get up here.
Spartan education.
Yeah, there it is. Jared's back there. Oh, with the beanie on, I didn't recognize it. There you go. Go green, man. Basketball season's been fun this year.
Oh, man, it's looking good so far.
I know.
Can you walk us through that, the 93-yard run? The linebackers got you at the 5.
Yeah.
And you slide inside, and then you pick up blocks. And,
Yeah. Well, first off, I just want to give honor to God always, and just everything that He's done for me, for the team, man. Like, without Him, nothing. This win wouldn't happen. The performance wouldn't happen. So I just got to give all honor to Him and what He's done for me this year, for the team, through adversity and through the good moments. So, without Him, it wouldn't have happened. But to your question, that was just one of those plays where I had to make a guy miss in the hole, and I was trying to find another crease, and the crease came about, and I was like, man, I gotta take off. And we don't got a jumbotron right here, so I was like, all right, either I don't get caught or just run as fast as you can. And I kept kind of looking back to see if I was free, and I was free, and we got the touchdown. So that was a really big momentum shift for our team.
Just on the press box edit, you had Lindstrom and Newsom cleared out that side. Bergeron kept that side, but then you see Drake come in and take the safety out.
That's what I mean. Like, it's everybody. It takes everybody for those kind of plays to happen, for those kind of runs to happen. So when Drake came in, blocked, that guy and wrapped around him, I was like, let me just try to make him right and then get up the field. And then obviously with News and Chris, like, that's what they do, man. I mean, they always attack the backside, and if you're not there fast enough, like, and there's nothing else on the front side crease, like, then that's when the big plays happen. So, without Drake and all the guys on the backside and Chris and News and just everybody, man, like, those plays can't happen.
And what about, you heard Kirk talking about them managing your workload. Had a lot again today.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of work today.
It's whatever I can do to help this team win, man. Like, I feel great right now. So all I gotta do is just get my maintenance treatment. But it's fun, man. Like, breaking tackles and doing stuff like that. That's a part of the game, and obviously the coaches have a plan for me, and I always let them know, like, if I need a break or something like that, and always just give me a couple plays to catch my breath. So we're always on the same page in that aspect. So it really helps me out a lot. But I know when there's 20 plus carries and stuff like that, and then you're catching the football too, I know it can definitely get a lot, but I'm only doing it to help this team win.
Well, on that note, Bijan, I want to ask you about what was happening before that last 10-yard run that you had to put the team in field goal range. It looked like, were you trying to get a breather at that point in time? Because it looked like you were headed to the sideline, then they put you back in.
Yep. It was just one of them ones where I was like trying to catch my breath in those split seconds, and at first I was like, they were telling me to catch a break, but Z-Rob saw something in their defense and saw a switch, and he was like, I need you, I need you in this last play right here. But it worked. Like, obviously Ty got a great block. Without Ty's block, the play wouldn't have happened, and I just read his block and tried to use the breath that I had and got as much yard as I could. But that was the play right there to help that field goal, and we got it in, and it was a win.
Am I correct in saying there was something similar to that in the Tampa Bay game toward the end of the game where he won you in for one last play?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, hey, Z-Rob, man, like when he sees something that he likes in that moment, he that's why I love Z-Rob so much, and I give him so much credit because like, you know, when he sees a situation that he can take advantage of, like he's gonna do it, and he wants his players on the field. So, you know, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get a quick water break real quick and go back out there so we can execute it and make it happen at the highest level.
Bijan, I asked Kirk a little while ago, what would it mean to kind of finish the season strong on a 4-game win streak and maybe even sweep the Saints in that process?
I mean, man, that would be huge. Like that would mean a lot. You know, we obviously, like he said, you know, you want to start fast, finish strong, but for us, like finishing strong right now is our main goal. And for us, playing the Saints at home, and even then, like they're winning games too. So it's going to be a great game to play against them. But the main goal is to get a win, no matter how it looks, no matter what it looks like. And they're going to come in here with a lot of energy, ready to go. So we got to, you know, match the energy and play even harder than we did this week against them as well.
Hey, Bijan, was there a particular, what was the video tonight that you watched before the game? As far as, you know, I know you watched film.
Honestly, I didn't watch
backs.
anything. Oh. Yeah, I just said all my prayers, man, and just listen. I listened to music this time. Like, I was so locked in and so in the zone. I didn't watch anybody today. So I was just like, let me just talk with God, be with God, and then just listen to my little Kaytranada and Darius, all these little artists, chill music, just get my mind right, because I knew it was going to be a really big game out there today.
And then I'm curious, it was a great play by AJ at the end on Puka. But to see, I just want to know your thoughts on that, on Puka's attempt to catch that ball and how he was able to get that.
Hey, man, I mean, he's one of the best in the league for a reason, and he shows it every single week. But when we were looking at each other on the sideline like, this can't be the way that we lose this game off of this unbelievable catch. And when we saw the replay, we were like, I saw the first replay, I was like, man, he caught the ball like, and I was just, man, come on, like, please, Lord, not today. But then I saw AJ like grab his wrist, and it was incomplete, and we were all like, yeah, it's game over. This game over. So we were super happy, super excited for that moment. And AJ did a very good job today, man. Like I give him so much credit because he knew what the task at hand, and he knew the player he was going up against. So, you know, he made it, you know, very tough for that offense to get going, and you know, we just love to see it by him.
Hey, Bijan, I got a couple questions, both related to kind of this stretch. You talked about it a minute ago in finishing strong, but why is it important for you guys to do that at this point when you've been eliminated from the playoffs? There's nothing really to play for from that standpoint.
I mean, we play for God, man. No matter what the situation is, like you got to play for Jesus, and we play for each other. Like we play for the coaches in that room. Obviously, yeah, we fell short of the main goal, but like we're in the NFL. You know, we can't give up on anything in this league because one, that's how injuries happen. That's how bad things happen. That's how, you know, you lose the identity of a team. So for us, like we made it known as soon as, you know, we got that elimination that we're going to finish this season off the right way, finish it off strong. So, you know, it could bleed into next season because, you know, we're all men. We're all men that love this game so much. So, you know, it's very important for us to finish the right way as a team. And, you know, it feels good knowing that, yeah, obviously we're not going to the playoffs, but, you know, we did something good at the end of the season.
And just to follow up on that, have you caught wind of the kind of the weird possibility that you guys winning and ending up in a three-way tie in the division would knock the Bucks out of the playoffs? And what do you think about that?
I didn't even know that. I mean, hey, that could be cool. But that's so unfortunate, man. That's just so unfortunate to hear. Because, like, a three-way tie, I wish it was us going up, and, like, I wish it was to the last game, like the very last game, to determine who's in the playoffs or not. Because you just never know what happens in this league. Like, you just never know what could transcend. So, man, that would suck. But, hey, it is what it is. You know, we did our job, and we're trying to finish our job, obviously. So, you know, if that happens, hey, you know, good luck to the guys who get in there.
Bijan, you already mentioned that you play for God right now and for the team, but now that you won 2 games in a row, how do you feel like knowing the season will be over after next Sunday's game against the Saints?
it's never a good feeling. You know, you want to play as much football as you can. So, you know, for the season being over, like, you know, it's going to be a sad feeling because that's it. Like, you don't play anything up beyond that. So we just got to just cherish this last week as a team and as brothers and, you know, just make the most of it so we can, you know, finish off the right way. All right. Yep. See you guys.